What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Welcome back to the channel. And I kind of want to talk about the fallout of yesterday's video. Kind of blew up a little bit. Talking about the franchise blog. And we've been hyping up on channel. That was the jump-off point. The jump-off point from is Madden 21 going to be worth your time is going to be when we get that franchise blog. And it was exactly as we predicted. It was going to be combined with Face of Franchise because there wasn't going to be enough franchise features, and the lead-off was going to be X Factors, which are a thing that applies to every mode. It's exactly what we saw in Madden 19. Remember in Madden 19? I think it was Madden 19. It could be Madden 18, but I think it was Madden 19. In the franchise blog, it was like gameplay features were kind of bunched in with it as well, and then we had like customizable draft. It was a bad year. It was a really, really bad year. And this year is definitely no different so far for our franchise community, but we're making our voices heard. On Twitter, number one trending tweet in America was hashtag fix Madden franchise. They're going to see that. You know what? We already said they're going to see the fact that their Madden trailer, the sizzle reel trailer that dropped like a couple weeks ago, was trending. I think it was number 8. That's as high as it got. Number 8 trending video on all of YouTube, and it had like a 3-to-1 dislike ratio. The most dislikes I've ever seen on a Madden trailer. You could even argue, take all the dislikes of every Madden trailer on EA's official YouTube page, combine them, it's still less than the total number of dislikes that was on that sizzle reel. So that definitely got back to someone that we weren't happy, and that was the whole Madden community. Now you're starting to diversify, and when it comes to strictly franchise, you have that trending tweet, which is powerful, man. Just keep on keeping on with that. Anytime that there's a Madden post, anytime they do a gameplay stream on the playbooks or on the new X Factors, make your voices be heard. I'm certain they'll probably find a way to mute those guys, but you know, I know that we'll just say in the streams, I know that there's someone on our side. We'll say that when you watch those streams, there's someone that's very much on the side of franchise community. But again, I can't stress enough, do not attack developers. Because the developers, like I know there's a couple I know personally that I've interacted with on Twitter that work for the franchise. Well, I don't even know if this year if there was a franchise team, but going out of your way to attack those guys, they basically were told your job this year is to work on Face of Franchise. They can't just say no. I know what the community wants. You have to do what your boss tells you, and I'm not exactly sure 100% who that boss is, who made the decision to go Face of Franchise and not touch franchise mode. I have no idea. Actually, I kind of have an idea, but I'm not going to, because I know as soon as you say something like that, all hell's going to break loose. But, the trending, when there's enough numbers, there was nothing trending from the Madden trailer. There was nothing trending on Twitter from the gameplay blog and the gameplay stream. I highly doubt there'd be anything trending on Twitter from the playbook stream or the X Factor stream. But Face of Franchise, we made our voices known. And I think what we saw last night with this thing trending was that it's not, you always kind of thought about the people that complain about Madden, complain about the franchise and stuff, was like an online toxic minority. Well, that shit's trending. That is the majority. And you saw a bunch of people across all Madden modes. I follow 49 people on my Twitter, and maybe 5 of them are franchise Madden YouTubers. I don't follow anything else in the Madden community, but I was seeing on my timeline Twitch streamers, Madden YouTube guys, MUT guys, competitive guys, for the most part. I'll get that in a second. We're all hashtag fix Madden franchise. They understand that we want Madden to be the best game humanly possible, and that is for every mode to get the attention that it deserves. And I guarantee if MUT guys, when they do the MUT blog, see that they didn't get a lot, and then they also go like, why did Face of Franchise get all this stuff and not Madden Ultimate Team? Like, you're going to have 2v1. And one thing that we talked about MUT, we talked about competitive, we talked about franchise. There's no such thing as a Face of Franchise guy. There's no community that's going, oh yeah, baby, Face of Franchise. Screw you guys, we got Face of Franchise updates. And that's kind of the point of why there's this big fallout, this big backlash, is because what has caused this direction for Madden to go? What has happened? What has led up to this? Where is the vision? What is the direction for this game in the future? And that's one thing that I want to kind of wrap up with is the end game here. But talking about the MUT guys, talking about competitive guys, franchise guys, we need to make sure that it's collective. Because there was someone sent me a tweet from Dubby, who's a Madden competitive guy. He's an Eagles fan, I guess. He was kind of baiting the franchise guys, calling the franchise guys nerds, and we're never happy, this and that. And he's just, it's a different world. It's a different realm. You know what I'm saying? By all means, you could totally think trying to be a GM and trying to have like proper in-depth scouting, all that stuff is nerdy. By all means, it kind of sounds nerdy when you lay it out like that. But I can also argue that you play NFL Pokemon cards as a grown adult, and the premier upper echelon of your mode in Madden 20 in the finals had a guy with a punter at quarterback. I think that is the most nerdy geek shit I've ever heard in my life. But I'm not going to try to bait you in or anything like that because, and I stress you guys, because remember, there are going to be some people like that. Generally, it seems like the community is trying to come together but don't get baited into arguments within the community because that kind of gets off message. You know, all it's going to take is for a couple guys to start going back and forth, blows up a little bit, and then all of a sudden, Fixed Madden franchise kind of gets swept under the rug, which is kind of what Madden, I would guess, would be hoping, so they don't have to do any PR, they don't have to do any damage control. And at this point, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen, but I think the end game here from all this is to get a response. Get a response. I don't know if that has to be via tweets. I don't know if that's going to have to be via, a Twitch stream, but we need to, there's a couple things we need to know, and I think we deserve to know, not just for the lack of updates this year, but for the lack of updates over the last couple of years. What is the direction that Madden franchise mode is going to be going now and getting ready for next gen? What is Madden franchise mode's direction on next gen? I think we deserve to know at least what they kind of have in store, because they know there is 0.0% chance they haven't already started to work on the framework of what they want to do in Madden 22. So what are we going to get ready for? Why was this year so heavy in face of franchise? Even if it's a bullshit PR fluff, we're building the foundation for future Madden's kind of response. At least it's something to hold them somewhat accountable and make it known that you can't ignore the momentum that we have right now on social media, that we're not happy, man. We are not happy, and this is bullshit. And I mean, like, for someone like me, someone was like, came at me on Twitter and was like, man, it must suck for your job. And it's like, you know what? It does. Because my job, literally, people always make the meme that Madden is a roster update every year. But if you're from someone that plays Madden 20 franchise, going to Madden 21 franchise, it literally is a roster update and a patch. Like, literally. It's not exaggerating. It's literally a roster update and a patch. And I can get all those things on PC. And that's one of the more frustrating things, is like, as it's my job, I have to, I know, not to pat myself on my own back here, but I would argue in this community, no one has gone further to try and make chicken salad out of chicken shit from a creativity standpoint than myself in Madden 20. I'm on PC. A lot of Madden YouTubers aren't on PC, so I was able to get access to the mods. I straight up had a team, make me a custom relocation team just to try and do something different, because the game is so restricted. The game is so linear. And, the fact that I'm going to have to probably figure out something like that again next year in Madden 21, because there's nothing for me, there's no meat left on the bone in franchise mode, it's going to make my job that much harder. And barring a miracle gameplay, I don't even know, barring literally a miracle, I don't think there's going to be any way that Madden 21 will be popping on YouTube. I don't think anyone's going to have crazy growth because people are just going to be uninterested, because it's the exact same mode. It's still going to do good, and I know that an element of the hashtag Fix Madden franchise, the original post was like some guy that works for Forbes, I guess, was to boycott the game. I'm not boycotting the game. There's still a business element that for some of us that are, this is our job, you can't boycott a game. It's going to drown your channel. You're not going to get any, and no one's going to watch it. And we're already worried enough that when we get Madden 21, no one's going to watch it, let alone just not getting it totally and sticking on Madden 20 for another year. So we can't make that decision. That was the one aspect of the hashtag Fix Madden franchise that I had to kind of make a tweet about. I was like, no, I like being able to feed my kid, so I'm going to have to play Madden 21. That doesn't mean you guys don't have to. And it's one of those things, there's always going to be the argument about, if you boycott the game, is it really going to make that much difference? Will your $60 game make that much difference on the financial reports when at the end there's some guy that's spending, $500 a stream trying to open packs? Like, there you go. There's they're making their money back. So, but if you guys out there as viewers aren't happy with it, and you don't have to make content, you don't have to do this for your job, by all means, stick on Madden 20. Go play an older franchise mode that you enjoy, and watch me be an idiot and play Madden 21 for your entertainment and enjoyment. But I will not be boycotting the game, just putting that out there as well. But, yeah, man, I don't know. It's one of those things. How do you guys feel about this? It can't stop them. It absolutely cannot stop. Ignore the trolls. Ignore the baiting. Stay on focus. Stay on point. Stay on message. And keep on being persistent. Keep on letting your voices be known on anytime there's a trailer, anytime there's anything official. If you how about this? If your favorite YouTuber that plays Madden hasn't gone on the hashtag Fix Madden franchise bandwagon, inquire. Why not? Why aren't you supporting this movement? You don't want this game? Stuff like that. The more attention and eyes, especially within this Madden community, that we get all going at like, this is not acceptable, the better the end result should hopefully be. But that is for me today, guys. Thank you for watching. We'll be back in a couple hours with a 49ers realistic rebuild. And hopefully we can find a way to make Madden great again. Peace out.